What's up, Transformer fans and toy collectors? This is Zagatron with another figure review, and today I'll be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series 86 Scourge. And here is Scourge in packaging, and this is another one of these 86's movie formers that I've been reviewing. And so let's take a closer look at Scourge in packaging. So right up front here we have an image of Scourge. He is Studio Series 8605, the fifth in this series. He is from Transformers the movie. His name is Scourge. You got the Transformers Generations logo on the side. Off to one side of the box, you have an image of Scourge. He is 8605. He is a Voyager class. Other side of the box, we've got another image of Scourge with a nice 86 on the top there. And let's go to the back of the box. We have images of Scourge in robot and vehicle mode. He does transform in 19 steps. He is one of the heralds of Unicron. And for a quick bio, it says Unicron reformats Thundercracker into Scourge. So this was originally Thundercracker. So without further ado, let's get Scourge out of packaging. And here's Scourge out of packaging. Hey, wait a minute. That's not Scourge. That's Thundercracker. Oh, I guess he's being reformatted. Give me a second. And now we have Scourge all reformatted and out of packaging. And another great looking figure from the 86 line. And here he is with his awesome backdrop that comes with these 86 figures. We see him the scene in Transformers the movie where they're being reformatted. You see the Insecticons in the background being formatted into the sweeps. And there is Scourge in the middle. But before we take a look at him, let's take a look at his weapons. He does come with his blaster. It's just purple plastic, no paint apps on it, but very nice. And he does come with a blast effect. There's purple blast effect here, and you could just plug it in into his gun, and you have that blasting effect there. So now let's take a closer look at Scourge, and let's take this backdrop out of the way, starting with the head sculpt there. Very, very nice looking head sculpt, very detailed onto that chest all the way. A lot of molded in detail, very nice looking. Look at those fingernails. Very nice looking figure in my opinion. And let's get down to the articulation. Head's on a ball joint. You put them all sorts of different head poses. You have some shoulder articulation. That's also ball jointed. You have the elbow swivel. Unfortunately, the hands are just like that. There is no hand articulation. They don't rotate. They're just basically there. We have waist swivel. We have the high kicks. You have the knee bend. That knee is very tight. And we have an ankle tiltage right there. So yeah, let's put his weapon on him. Very cool. For comparison, let's see how he looks with his buddy Cyclonus. And that is a nice looking duo right there. Those guys look great together, in my opinion. All right, all this guy's out of the way. let's get down to transformation. All right, to begin transformation, let's get rid of this weapon first. Let's straighten out the arms. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to attach legs together. There is a tab, there's a port in the back, and they're just going to tab in together like that. So then we're going to get his arms. There's two hinges here, and they're just going to, we're gonna pull his arm down apart, and we're just gonna pull it down. There's a small tab on the side of his forearm, and it's going to tab into his leg right there. Gonna keep pulling down so it falls in line, and it's just going to tab in like that. We're gonna do with the other arm, same thing. We're just gonna pull, I'm gonna tug, I'll pull down like that. So we're just going to pull the arm down, and that forearm is just gonna tab in to that side of the leg like that. So he just kind of looks like that. So we're just gonna go around to the back here. And so this is just going to accordion down like that. Same thing on the other side. And so make sure that everything falls in line. These are going to open up like that. These are his back thrusters. And so there's another panel here. This is gonna fold over like that. So make sure we're gonna have that look on the back like that. On both sides, we're just gonna open up this side like that. Make sure everything falls like that. So in these panels here, I'm gonna make sure that they tab right in it and holds. See if I could get it up to the camera. Here's a tab right there. And there we go. Make sure that lines up, and make sure that lands. Yeah, I seem to have gotten it in place. Now we're just gonna make sure everything just falls in line. So side, just give me up. There we go. So now that we have that coming around here, we're gonna go to this back piece. And so we're gonna open this up, and then we're just going to detach everything here on this piece here on top of this side. We're gonna flip it to the front. So now that looks like that. So then everything back here, this is on an accordion. We're just gonna open it up. Let's get these arms out of the way, and see everything just opens up like that. And so this panel here, we're gonna straighten it out. So this piece goes like that. So then everything, I'm gonna open it up, everything's gonna tab in. There's a little tab right there that's going to tab right there. And so these two little tabs are gonna tab into these tabs right here. So that everything falls into place perfectly. So we're just gonna push it down. We're gonna push everything down. So now everything is perfectly aligned. So now we're coming to the top here, and everything here is just gonna close in. Just closes that like that. Everything is gonna close down. Make sure all the panels are perfectly start getting it. So we just, these two wings, we're just gonna close them up. And then this piece just falls down and it just covers his face like that. And then this back thruster comes back and just covers everything, so everything looks together. And we have to go back to these feet, fold these two in like that, and then these overlap over the other two, and that's it. And that's pretty much Scourge transformed into his vehicle mode. Let's make sure everything is all tabbed in properly. I believe I can't get this panel here. There we go. So close properly. Give me just a sec. All right, I'm back now. This panel finally got it to close. I don't want to be on camera, you know, tugging with it. So there it is, it's all nice and flush. So now let's get down to the details of this nice looking up mode. We have a lot of molded in detail. This is very cartoon accurate. Nice looking Decepticon symbol there up front. The bottom, you see how everything tugs in. You see his hands hanging out there, but that's part of the transformation. The only thing that I don't like with the engineering of this figure is just this. Just his head's just hanging out there, and all it is you know how this piece covering it, so you just got a flying head there. So that's just the only one thing I don't like about this. And it's just, and you can still see a little bit of his head, but it's not a big deal. Overall, still looks great. And if you want to display his weapons, he's got a port right here. You could plug his gun in there like that, and this blast effect you could put it at the back end, so you can get that, or you could also plug it in here per the instructions, so you have that look right there. And for comparison, here is Scourge with his buddy Cyclonus once again. And those two guys look great together. And so for my final thoughts on this figure, he gets a solid 9 out of 10. This figure looks great. Hasbro has done an amazing job with this Studio Series 86 line. But then again, Hasbro has been doing a great job dating way back to Siege. I believe that the third-party figures that have been coming out has given Hasbro some competition, so they've stepped their game up and they have done an amazing job capturing the aesthetic of all these G1 characters, and they look amazing. I am very, very happy. So yeah, that was it for this review. This is Zagatron signing out. Make sure to smash that like button, make sure to hit subscribe, make sure to comment down below on this video. And this was it for Transformers Studio Series 86 Scourge video review, and thank you for watching.